So I love my life because, first of all, I get that both the stimulus, intellectual stimulus of the research and also the patient contact. So I get to every day, I have a week where I'll be covering the hospital, and I love that. I love the interaction with the families, the patients, the teaching opportunities, working with residents and fellows, and then, or medical students. And then at the end of that week, if I go back to my research time, I get that intellectual stimulus of, what can I learn that's new? How can I understand better what's going on that might eventually, hopefully, help the patients?
It's really cool because these patients are like puzzles and you can figure them out. And then there's things you can actually do for them to help them get better. Whether it's a kidney transplant patient that you're taking care of, or it's a patient with nephrotic syndrome that you can help to regain the normal physical characteristics that their disease process causes them to lose. Those things are just incredibly fascinating to me and exciting to be a part of, and so that's why I decided nephrology was the field for me.
I think nephrology has a lot of opportunity to be a detective, which is something I really enjoy, especially the acid-base type problems, electrolyte problems. You can really think things through, and if that sort of puzzle solving appeals to you, I think that's something probably nephrology will appeal to you also.
Once that bug bit me, it was over with. Even during residency, there were many other attractive possibilities for me, but pediatric nephrology just really culminated everything that I love about medicine. And so here I am.
I kind of figured out that a lot of the things that I really liked about different areas I actually could do as a nephrologist. So I get to be in the ICUs, but I don't have to do it all the time. I get to do procedures, I get to do biopsies, I get to do PD catheter placements, I get to run dialysis and things like that. I also get to do outpatient work and have long-term relationships with families. I have several patients, even though I'm only a fellow, that I've been taking care of from the time their kid was a baby in the hospital, and now they're toddlers and they still come to see me. And so that's really cool, but I don't have to be in primary care to do that. I can do that as a subspecialist. So I really feel like everybody is so subspecialized now that they don't get to do all of those different things, but we do.
I also think that many of the diseases that the children have that we care for can be rare and unusual, and the parents may never have even heard of them until their child was diagnosed. And I find it really rewarding to be a resource for them, where they really feel like their child has something rare and unusual, and to partner with them and help make them experts too. I really enjoy that part of my job.
I find it fun and also fulfilling to say, I have the answer. I have the answer of what's going on with your kid, and I'm going to explain it to you in a way that you understand. And that is when I feel the greatest sense of success as a provider, is making a kid laugh or explaining things to a parent in a way that they can understand.
I really love the problem solving, the critical thinking, really figuring out what's going on in a patient and why, and then being able to address that.
I love it when I have the most difficult cases in the intensive care unit. I think those patients are the most rewarding, especially when I know that my procedure, dialysis, has saved their lives. So that to me is one of the most rewarding parts of my field, is that we tangibly can see how patients' lives get affected immediately. We have an immediate reward by removing fluid off the patients, getting them to feel better. So of all the things I do, and I love transplant, and I love chronic kidney disease, I love hypertension, but I adore dialysis because it's so tangible, so palpable.
But it's also being a part of this larger kidney community, as we call it. There are a variety of really terrific personalities in our field, people that inspire you, people that encourage you. There is a sense that everyone is in this together. There's not a sense that people are looking out for their own interests alone. There are a terrific team of folks from institutions all over the country and all over the world that I've had an opportunity to interact with and learn from, who are invested in me as a young fellow and will be invested in my career as a faculty member in nephrology somewhere. So that's just a really cool and unique aspect of being a pediatric nephrologist that I think makes this a very rewarding profession for me.